It's already affecting our business because many of the people did not get the information about the cancellation and postponement until this morning. You know, so people just started hearing about it late this morning. When we arrived there this morning, I was counting with people. So to have affected our business seriously. And even then, it's affecting our business right now because people are not coming in because they thought there is no business today. So it affects our business. The postponement affects our business. That even is rescheduled against them, we still affecting our business because the information is did not pass on the way it's supposed to be passed on for the people to be aware that yes, this cancellation has been on. I was waiting for the information even until late last night on radio, on TV, before I get the first announcement that it has been postponed nationwide. So it does affect businesses, not my business alone, everybody. They are not justifiable. In fact, it's a shame on the man that called himself professor, because he ought to have known that if you have done a rerun of the election before Saturday to see if there are some problems. But this is a man, they interviewed him, 3 or 4 days before the election, and he said yes, he was prepared. So now, 24 hours before the election, he got to know that some material has been held up in Japan and given out all those serious duties. It's a national embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to himself, an embarrassment to Nigeria with the 70-something billion that was given to run the election. So it's a shame, really.
I believe the INEC chairman actually uttered his statement based on the spontaneous reaction of the failure of INEC to organize a credible election. In that the materials were not adequately supplied to the areas needed, and there were swerving of materials from one area to the other, like materials meant for a particular local government was sent to a different state. And his quick statement that the election will be held on Monday without due consultation with the powers that be.
If I may ask you, what do you mean by the powers that be?
Yeah, he ought to have, liaisoned with the federal government to know what next action to be taken, instead of going to the air saying that the election will be held on Monday, which now led to double postponement of the election.
So do you think that there's a failure of communication between INEC and the federal government regarding the election timetable?
Adequately.
Okay, so what would have been the implication for your business or your work if this election had probably held today?
Yeah, it would have been disastrous because a lot of people didn't plan for it. A lot of business have been targeted to be executed today, and the sudden change and turn will affect a lot of business. And also, even as at now, because of his pronouncement, a lot of people didn't come back from where they went to go and vote, and they are going to meet with one problem or the other in their place of work because of what? His inadequacy of getting well informed or enlightening the public he's supposed to handle a credible election for.
Okay. So what advice do you have for the INEC chairman on finding it?
My only advice for him is to go back to the drawing board and perfect his strategies and confirm his sprint out before going to bed. Thank you.
I'm taking her we don't have enough money to eat food.
Okay, so assuming the election here today, it will have affected
Yes.
your whole business.
Yes.
So let me ask you, do you think that what Oga has said about postponing the election, do you think is right for him to change? It's right.
Yes.
Why do you say it's right?
I say it's right because we didn't expect it to be extended today. Okay. Because we don't have enough money to eat our food.
Okay, can I ask you, will you come out to vote on Saturday?
Yes, I will come.
You will come out to vote. Do you have any advice for Oga before I finally call this episode?
No, there's no advice. I'm advising them to do it in a proper way, not to mago way.
Okay. Thank you so much, man.
Nigerians continue to make it clear what will be the implication if the elections were shifted once again. But this one way or the other continue to chew people, because a stable economy could also mean that it's not going to be expensive for their family to continue to live in a society already under the weather of a lot of difficult economic time. At the point they're trying to point out their leaders, this is a key moment where they're saying to the federal government and to the Independent National Electoral Commission that they truly need to find a period and of course pick up a time to make sure the elections are stable, because more than ever the history of Nigerians could change with this election. And Femi Amele, next.